Hello guys, this is Moses Teras. This video is about how much protein intake you have to take as an athlete or as a natural builder, natural bodybuilder, and not bodybuilder or natural. If you are training natty, then how much you have to take, and also how much amount of calories you have to take. From my personal experience, I will tell you. First thing, if you have too much amount of food in your stomach, it feels uneasy to run. It feels like your stomach is heavy while running. And too less food, if you take too less food, too less nutrition, it will diminish the strength levels and endurance level, which make your body to do that certain activity in the same intensity, or making the strength levels and endurance levels getting progress will become harder and harder. So you have to take, from last 3 years I started from scratch. I knew nothing at 2020. I started 3 years back to find what is the nutrition I want to build muscle and I want to run faster. I will tell you the amount of calories you need. First thing, last 3 years I took like 3000 calories, 3500 calories, 4000 calories, 4500 calories, all the way to 5000 calories. I started from 2500 to 4000, 5000 calories. I think taking heavier and heavier food increases the amount of fat percentage in my body, and like 1 month or 2 months back, after I did dirty bulking and I tear away that fat by taking less food, caloric deficit. And right now, from last 3 weeks or 2 weeks, I think from last 3 weeks, me and my brother having tracking the precise amount calories. I need, like, while I was in a deficit, I was taking like times 12 to times 13 kilocalories per pound of body weight, per pound of body weight, by converting the kilos into body weight, my body weight into kilos, converting them into lbs, pounds, times 12 or sometimes 13. While I was doing deficit, I will take that much amount. If I was bulking, like if I want to increase my strength levels, right now I was taking plus 300 calories, 250 to 300 calories. That is enough. You have to gain like half pound to 2 pounds per month is ideal. If you gain more than that, you will gain fat, a lot of fat. It will take harder to burn the fat. So ideal is taking plus 250 to 300 calories than the caloric deficit calories. Like if I was 80 kilograms, similarly while I was doing a deficit, I have to take 2100 calories. I can run fast. I can, at that time, if I maintain the same intensity or little bit like 80% intensity exercise, then I can able to lose body fat and keep the muscle. But while I was increasing the muscle, like and strength levels, I have to take plus 250 to 300 amounts, like 2400 to 500, 2400 calories, 2350 to 2400 calories I have to take. That's what I was taking right now. And also I tried with like 2.2 grams per kilogram to eating, like 2.2 grams per 2.2 grams of protein per kilogram to like 0.8 grams per kilogram. What I found ideal is 1.47 grams of protein per kilogram is ideal. that is maximum you can take. And sometimes if I take less, that was like 1.19 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight to maintain that muscle mass. And the rest of the calories you have to fill, that will take the portion of 25% of your diet, and fill the rest of the calories with fats and carbs. That was ideal. Fill the rest 35 fill with fats and 40% fill with carbs. Take high carbs because you are burning a lot of calories. You need carbohydrates if you're doing sports or endurance athletes. If you are I use it to at least run 6 to 7 kilometers per day while I was doing workouts. Even though one workout, even if I was doing evening workout, I have to run 6.5 to 7 kilometers by including warm up, warm down, and also workout. So I have to take a lot of carbohydrates. And to increase strength and muscle, last three weeks, me and my brother, we rapidly gained a lot of strength and also muscle after I was cutting and also taking the right amount of food. Right now, with little bit spotting, I was gaining strength. Right now my PRs was 70 kilograms incline bench and also 40 kilos bicep curls, and I was adding 10 kg weight for dips and pull-ups, and I was doing 120 kg squat and 70 to 80 kilos of deadlift. Not deadlift, hip thrust I was not doing deadlift, and shoulder press I was doing 50 kilos. These were the key elements. These were the key strengths. You have to track these strengths. And also I was running like in treadmill, speed endurance, tempo endurance, all these things. Right now you have to track every single thing, girls, whatever you are doing, but you need some right amount of right knowledge. What the experts telling, too much, the social media, what it was telling was too much. It was forcing you to take a lot, but that isn't the case. Experts believe that doing certain things like overdoing, making you to believe that it was training. It isn't. When you go 100 years back or 200 years back, whatever it may be, you see the old school or you see right now, the principles were same. Whatever you do, the principles won't change. You have to follow the basics, certain intensity. You have to, if you do that amount, then you will see the progress, the fruit, like the peaceful progress you will see. When it comes to, like, I was taking 1.12 minimum, right, when I was doesn't lack of chicken or eggs, then I will maintain 1.19 grams of protein. If I had abundance, I will take 1.47 grams of protein per kilogram. That was like 95 grams minimum and 117 grams of protein maximum. And also there were days which I took like 180 2.2 grams, 180 grams up to 180, 160 to 180 grams, 140 to 180 grams of protein. Even though you take the like good food, even you take good food, the body will store it as a fat. So eating a lot doesn't make any sense. For building strength, endurance and muscles, strength, endurance and speed, you have to take precise amount. You have to find according to your body and your body type what is best for you and what is not. And also right now I can able to run with correct amount of food. And also I was eating two to three smaller portions and 2 bigger portions, like 5 meals per day. Like morning 4 eggs, whole eggs, I was eating 4 eggs. If I whole eggs, if I want to eat whole eggs, it doesn't sufficient for me. I burn a lot. Taking yellows away isn't useful for me. I lost a lot. Most people tell taking yolks, you have to take away the yellows away because it has a lot of fat, but to us sports people doesn't happen anything else. It was good for us. Eat it. If you have, I eat 10 eggs per day, 300 grams of chicken, 200 to 300 grams of chicken, it depends, and 1 kilogram of rice. I will explain my diet. Morning I eat 2 to 3 bananas, 4 eggs, whole eggs, boiled eggs. After that, that was like at 9:30 in the morning, 9:30 to 10, and like 12 to 1:30, sometimes 2, I eat 100 grams of chicken and 500 grams of rice, cooked rice, not brown rice, white rice, it isn't matter. You can eat anything else. Cooked rice, white rice, 500 grams. And after that, I was with that large meal, I was almost, my stomach is full. If I eat anything else, it will be like a lot, putting a lot. So I take almost 2 hours rest for eating, like in 4 or 5 before going to workout. 1 hour to 1.5 hours before going workout, I cook like 3 scrambled eggs with cabbage, carrot, beans, like to maintain the base levels, because you will produce a lot of acid while eating, by burning, by like taking chicken, eggs, protein sources. That was acidic, but you need that because I like to take those meat protein than vegan ones. And after I go to, and also the event I was doing was 400 meters. Mostly it was, the systems used was phosphate and phosphate system and ATP systems. It will produce more acidosis because it produces more lactic acid. It produces more acidosis. So to keep the stomach levels and body levels to base levels, to reduce, I drink sometimes in the morning, or sometimes if my stomach feel upset, I'll drink a glass of spinach juice. And for that reason I was adding vegetables to the eggs. After that, after coming home, like at 8 to 8:30 or 9, sometimes 9, I eat same portion which I ate for lunch, 100 to 150 grams of chicken and 500 grams of rice. And then, even though I say 150 grams of chicken, that was mixed with bones, because buying only raw meat, lean meat was more expensive than buying with bones. That's why I was adding 100 to 150 grams of chicken with bones. But it was, after taking away bones, it was like if it was 150 grams, I will get like 120 to 110 grams of lean meat. You have to calculate all those things for better progression. If you want that progression, you have to calculate every single thing else precisely. It will take, that's why you have to take long period of time. The quality is increased if you take long period of time. To produce the great result, take much period of time. I am the person that believe the preparation is a key point before competing. A strong foundation is the first necessary step. Then rushing and expecting for short-term result, like using steroids and going for shortcut, you don't stay for long period of time in the event or in the sport. I seek for longevity. If I run, I want to run for 10 to 15 years. 15 years is little bit difficult. because right now I was 23, maybe like 33 I can run, but running for an entire decade, that is my goal. If I search for the shortcut, I never exceed. I want to stay like Edwin Moses, Michael Johnson, Carl Lewis, and Usain Bolt. They were like quality stuff. They were all. They stayed for a long period of time, at least for a decade. They almost ran for a decade. That's how I want to run. I want to keep my performance for a long period of time. So following basics, tracking every single thing else, and taking time to wear a proper foundation is very necessary to achieve success. And also in the night, I'll take 150 grams of 100 to 150 grams of chicken with some bones, added bones. I exclude them and I put them to catch the bones, and I eat white rice, 500 grams of white rice with it. After 1 to 2 hours, I cook 3 scrambled eggs, whole eggs, egg whites and yellows mixture. With that, I add cabbage, beetroot, carrot with it. That's it. That is my diet. That's how I eat. That's why how you have to eat to buy some kitchen scale. Wait a minute, I will show you my kitchen scale. I'll come back again. This is my kitchen scale. By it was very necessary for when you are having a diet. This was the key thing for tracking calories and stuff. And also I can't find right now because I took a photo of it, and I saved the image in my phone, and I was seeing in it. Actually prepare a table or a list of ingredients what you are taking with caloric information beside it per 100 grams, and also nutritional information like how much amount of protein in it, how much amount of carbs in it. You don't have to track fats that much precisely, but track your protein and carbs. First thing, you have to much more precisely track your protein first, and then carbs, and fats isn't necessary. Right, like that, prepare a table. If the place where you are living, the carbohydrate is a bread, then write bread and how much amount, 100 grams per, how much amount you will get carbohydrates and calories. Prepare like that. If you are from western countries, if you eat like beef or pork, then prepare with them how much amount of nutrition, calories. If you are from India, seafood, lamb, chicken, whatever you eat, prepare with it. Likewise, you have to prepare what you eat. I can't find right now. Wait a minute, I'll search. I got it, man. This is that. See here, it was inverted, but this is the video. This is the what I prepared. This is table and ingredients. Prepare like this. it was much more essential, man. What I found, most of the Indian athletes can't have much more sufficient food first, and also if you are a person from America, if you are 6 foot, you have sufficient amount of food, you are stronger. But if you are in India, you can't, you are like 6'5" in America, you doesn't get enough amount of food. That's what I face right now, until now. But now, all the within 8 months, end of this year, everything will get changed. I said strength levels also increasing, and weighted dips I was adding 10 kilograms, and weighted pull-ups I was adding 10 kilograms, and I was doing for 5 reps. I see the wire. And also my goals I have, and also I had a set of goals, like strength standard goals, like lifting 1 point. I found that from Greek god like Kino Body, Gregor Gallagher, and Radu Antonio, YouTubers like them. And also I from the bodybuilder ancestors like Arnold and Lee Haney. And also I was learning from them. When it comes to track and field, I was learning from Peter Warden, yeah, it was Peter Warden. I his book from it, and from Clyde Hart, from Lee Evans. I was following them. Clyde Hart, who trained Michael Johnson and Jeremy Warner, and many athletes. That was for best 400-meter runner, 400-meter coach for 400 meters, Clyde Hart. And when it comes to weight training, I was learning from same bodybuilders, and also Gregor Gallagher, Radu Antonio. I found that, and also Indian athletes lack in the strength of upper body strength. In terms, most of the lifts were like clean, jerk and snatch, and squat, deadlift, hip thrust. All of them were doing for legs. Most of their lifts were, maybe they add bench press and some rowings, maybe like that, but they were not doing shoulder presses, heavy weight shoulder presses, weighted chin-ups, weighted dips, and also heavy bicep curls, heavy rows. Definitely, if you need certain amount of strength proportionally. If you are you have to maintain equal amounts, both upper body and lower body, in order to produce speed. You have to control your body, so you have to rotate your legs. If your legs is heavier and stronger than your upper body, it will become harder, and arms get fainted while rotating it. Even though if your legs were powerful, like international sprinter, a sprinter who can run 19 seconds, and if your legs was very weak, like a person who run like 30 seconds, 28 seconds, you can't run faster. Your timing will be like 27, 200 meters. That's what I faced until now. To increase speed, not do leg workouts, leg strength training. With that, you have to do equal amounts of upper body training to core strength, do core strength. What I found in last few months of training, like levers in, like, if you are strengthening this part, you have that if it gets tightened, then this will become loosened, then here pain increases. So you have to strengthen this part to keep in align, the spine in align. Likewise, if you are training, my training was push pull leg day splits. If I train chest, after that end of the workout, I will strengthen my rear delts to I squeeze like this while doing push workout. I strengthen and keep like this upright like this, or else you will face some pains and knots. If I and also if I train lots of abs, you will face lower back pain. To avoid that, if you do 300 abs or 500 abs, after that do 10 reps of 3 sets hyperextension, like hyperextension this one. It will keep your body aligned and reduce the amount of injury and also pain which you get from loading here. And also you naturally you will get blessed with certain muscles, and you won't get some muscles if you won't get trained. I will show you. This is my upper abs. You can see upper abs 1 2 3 4. Many people use it to get these abs, but lower abs will become a little bit tougher, so train a lot of lower abs. And also you can see I have my outside pec development and center development is high, and also these two, and upper pec is low, and center ones doesn't have proper development, imbalances here. So rather than doing flat bench, it's better to do incline bench, so you hit this angle, which in turn give you that square chest, even build. So some of the people asking you, bro, do you have man boobs? No, these weren't boobs, these were my chest is underdeveloped, guys. If I train properly, I will get that square chest look. My brother had proper chest development, square chest look, but I doesn't had. So I focusing right now for until last month I doesn't have proper chest contraction, and for better contraction last few months I did like pec deck machine, like contracting like this. And when I was wearing more and more weight in incline bench, I can transfer the focus of contraction from shoulders and triceps to upper chest and all the chest area. So increase the amount of bench you do for better chest activation. Right now what I do, and also get lean before bulking, that will increase the rapid amount of muscle development for you. Do that. And also it was very necessary if you want to run fast. And also I heard athletes who were doing lots of endurance, they were telling me I can't able to pull the speed. I don't know why. That's because lack of strength levels. If you are stronger and stronger, it will able to change the gear, increase the gear. Strength levels is very important. And I asked him what are your lifts, how much amount of weight you are doing. He was telling, he told every single thing else. All of his lifts were very low. He can't able to lift heavier. If you want to lift heavier, you have to eat little bit surplus, you have to lean bulk, and also you have to you have to do progressive overloading in order to increase the strength. And also you have to meet certain amount of strength in order to produce like best timings in the world. As like I was repeating the statement what Clyde Hart used to said, strength speed is synonymous to strength. The more stronger you are in terms of relative strength, the more amount of force you can able to produce, the faster you can go, and also you can able to jump higher. Jumping and speed is always related to relative strength, so focus on it, guys. I have the strength goals. This overall lifetime strength goals were huge, but end of this 8 months, like in December 2023, I'm going to lift 100 kgs of bench press, 100 to 110 kgs of bench press, 80 kgs of shoulder press, 60 to 70 kgs of bicep curls, and doing weighted pull-ups 32 with by adding 32 kilograms, dips like 50, wearing 50 kilograms, like 50 kilograms, squat 1.5 kilograms, 1.5 times all of the 1.5 times of body weight, like 180 to 150 kilograms for squat. Hip thrust 100 will be enough for 10 reps. Squat was like 4 reps of 3 to 4 sets. I was right now doing 300 kgs leg press, and that's it guys. That's what you have to do. I said all of it. This is the basic. I will tell it over how much amount, how much time it goes, how much experience I get, how much quality how much amount of success I get. I will tell you the same things over and over, even 10 years after, or 20 years after, or 30 years after, or 40 years after. These were the basics. Basics won't change how many years it went. These were the basics. You have to follow it in order to successful in this field, to get better body. And if you want to run faster, you have to do these things even after 100 years too. Even I grow to 7 feet tall, this is the same thing I have to follow in order to run 36 seconds. That's it guys. Meet you in my next video. See you guys.